Okay, today, fodder from our feathered friends, as always. Alright, today we're going to, you've been seeing my other videos, I've been framing the inside. We're going to do the wall today. Okay, we're going to close the wall in and anchor it down to the bottom of the slab, to the bottom plate, I should say. We're going to anchor it down. Okay, that's what's on the agenda for today. Working inside the shed. Oh, and I'm also going to give some other ideas that I have. I'm kind of changing plans. Okay, that's where we at. Okay, what we're doing today, you see we got the ball laid out. Alright. My nail gun is broken. I can't get it to work. So we had to use the old hammer. Put 2 nails in each one. Now we just got to stand the wall up. That's the treated board there. So that's going to go down. But I'm going to put another treated board on first. The plate, like I've said before, I'm going to drill it with my hammer drill. Got a rooster over there crowing. I'm going to put it with my hammer drill, do it with my hammer drill, and then this is going to go on top. Okay, and I'm going to put 3-inch nails. That's treated. That board right there is treated. And the board we're going to lay here is treated. That rooster's feeling is Cheerios this morning. Okay, so that's where we at. I'm going to put that wall up. Okay. Okay, now we got our bottom plate in place. What we did, we took some masonry nails that were about a 1/4 inch longer. Okay. 2-inch masonry nails, just to hold it in place while we drill with our hammer drill. There's our hammer drill. That's a big boy. That's the old type. We use a 2-pound maul to drive them in. Okay. Now you can see we drove 7. Put 7 in this board. Definitely not going anywhere. Okay, that's treated. Now this is treated. Now we're going to take the wall, and we're going to put the wall. We're going to slide the wall. It's going to go under here and over here, over this one. And of course, we're just going to toenail down there. And then we're going to take 3-inch nails and nail the wall in place. Okay. Everything looks good on this end. It's all squared up and lined up. Okay. This board right here is going to make, that board right there is going to make our corner right here. Okay. All right. That's where we at. All right, so we're going to put 3-inch nails. Okay, what's new in the shed build? What's the latest plans? Okay. Like I've said before, a lot of times I change my mind. I've said in my other videos. And I'll start doing one thing and then I'll decide to do, as I build, I'll decide to do something else. Okay. Here's the office. Okay. Of course, you see we put the wall up and this door. Okay, 72-inch mobile home door. Okay. Now, let's see how plans do change. Okay, we got it in. And we got this light right here, and we got this, all the top plate in. Okay? So, we're gonna put top of here, plywood, sheet of plywood. It's gonna go across here to here. Now it's gonna catch about 2 inches. It's not gonna go all the way to the end here. It's gonna catch about 2 inches. And the same thing here. It's gonna catch about 2 inches. Now we scribe for these braces, scribe this board. So when we come on our plywood, it's gonna go up to this. And if we got a scribe, we'll scribe it, we'll scribe that. Okay. Plywood's gonna go on top. On top of the plywood, gonna go some 2-inch insulation. Fall back. Okay, of course the fall is gonna face up. Okay. You always face your foil to the outside, no matter how far you're into the wall with it. Okay. So, what has changed with these plans? Okay. But first, let me show you this. We didn't mount our window yet. We have some flanges, flashing we're going to use. Okay, that window is going to go. We're going to cut this board out of here. We'll leave the bottom part. We're going to leave the top part until wherever we cut. And we're going to frame this window. Okay, now this window opens and closes. Okay, we're going to put the air conditioner in the back wall. We're not going to put it in the window. Okay, I had written down this. This is the actual window, the big window that we bought. That's the size of it, 23.5 by 35.5. The rough opening. Okay, so we're not going to put the window there. We're going to put the window unit there. Now I do have another window if I want to put another window on this back wall. Okay, so what had changed, now the quail cage was going to go in here against this wall in the air conditioner. The more I get to thinking about it, and I keep quail, of course, the more I've been thinking about it, the more I'm thinking, it's going to be pretty smelly in a closed and air conditioned place. Every day I'd have to come out here and change these pulley trays. Okay? That's not going to happen. Not every day. Every other day would be a chore. Once a week is more like what I do. Okay? Now, I got my big window over there. So instead of putting that in my office, now I'm going to use the office for brooding, okay, and incubating. So these are my new plans. Okay, like I said, we changed. I'm going to put the window in this back wall. Okay, and that way we get a little ventilation in here. Now this door I can't leave open unless I would put screen doors in there. Okay. That could be an option. Alright. Now another option would be to go up here and put attic fan. Put an attic fan. That automatically comes on when the heat gets to a certain temperature. Also take these windows. These windows cannot be open. May move the door out of the way. These windows cannot be open. Okay. So I thought about taking the windows, okay, and not this window. This window's going to stay closed. This window's in the air conditioner. I can do the same thing in this window, I guess. Take this window. It's two pieces of plexiglass. There's no way to open and close it. Okay, so my thoughts were, fix it where they can open and close, and put screen. That way you'd have ventilation. Okay, that's on the drawing board. Okay, they can change. Like I said, as I go along, a lot of times I'll find a better way to do something and a different way to do something. You know, like my videos, subscribe to them, it helps. And if you want to see what I'm doing, follow along. So the office come out good. Like I said, I'm thinking I'm just going to use this office for brooding and incubating. And I'll have the air conditioning in the back wall, and I'll put heat lamps in here for heat in the wintertime. Of course, I'm going to insulate it. Now I'm looking at 2 or 3 different kinds of insulation. They make a spray insulation that you can spray in here. It's kind of expensive, but it's quick, fast. See that crack down there? That spray insulation will take care of that in short order. Okay, and you would want to stuff some insulation back here behind the corners. Okay, styrofoam or whatever, or maybe even spray it back here. Okay, so the covering. This is a little over 6 foot. Okay, of course you know plywood comes in 4x8 sheets, or paneling 4x8 sheets. So what would happen? I would lose. I'd lose 2 foot, a foot and a half of panel, whatever sheet, because I'd have to cut it, and I don't have a place to use the little short pieces. So I'm either going to put styrofoam, the spray stuff, or sheeting on the walls. I'm not 100% decided yet. Whatever I do, I'm going to show you. Okay, to cover everything. Okay, I'm looking at vinyl siding. Okay, regular vinyl siding, white vinyl siding. It's about $13 a sheet. The sheets are 12 foot by what, 10? If you put a vinyl siding, you know more than I do about it. About 10 inches or whatever it is, 10 and a half. I think it's less than a foot. But okay, my idea of that is, this mobile home door, you see I have it screwed in. It's not totally, I don't have a screw in every hole, but most of them, which I would put more screws. Okay, leave the door like this. Now, whatever sheeting I put, I would have to pull this door frame off and attach the door frame back after I put my sheeting. Now, if I use vinyl siding, I could probably put a channel here, and the siding would go into the channel. And I wouldn't have to pull with this, because vinyl siding it's wide. And this would be way out. So anyway, I'm thinking about leaving the door like it is, put vinyl siding. Okay, and just cover everything outside and in with vinyl siding. The roof would be plywood. Okay, and I'll use a light like this, so if you can see it. It's a LED 4-foot light. I would cut a hole in the plywood and just lay that light down in that slot that I cut, the rectangle that I cut. That way, I don't want to hang it in here and hit my head on it, because like I said, this is what, 6.5 foot. I'm not 6.5 foot tall, but I don't want it that close to me. Okay, so that's an idea. Recess the light, in other words. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that's on the agenda right now. Now, the next video, it might be something a little different. And as I learn and as I go along, and then I'll decide different things. But I'm thinking keeping quail on here, like I've been saying in my other videos, might not be the best idea. Because quail will they'll poop a lot, and you'll have ammonia, and you'll have smells in here, and the birds really can't take a lot of that. Okay. Now my cage is outside, there's no problem. I have they're out in the open. Okay. So that's what we're looking at. So to frame up my windows, and I have the extra window that I might use it next to the air conditioner. It's behind that windowsill board. We move the windowsill board out of the way. I have this window here that I might end up needs to be cleaned up, but I might end up putting that in the office also for more light. Okay, like I said, that window go in the back. Now I have flashing. I'm going to put, which I'm going to show in another video. I have flashing. Go run here and I'll show you. I have this flashing. I have a lot of them. This is just 3 pieces. They're 12 foot. There's just a flashing. Okay. And I have, this is 3 pieces. I have 3 more in my shop, 12 foot. Each one is 12 foot. I'm going to use that around the windows and the air conditioning that I put in. Okay, I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So that's what we're looking at today. Now, like I said, things could change. So stay tuned. And I found a better way to do something. I've changed my mind on what I'm doing. I'll go ahead and do something a little different. And with that being said, after it's all said and done, and after I have everything done, okay, hopefully I won't say too many times, you know what I wish I would have done? You know what I should have done it, which I probably will. So that's what we're doing today. That's where we're at. Closing in the office. Oh, next, we're going to put the windows and the air conditioning in. Alright, then after that, we're going to run the electrical. We're going to plan the box, the electrical, the water. I'm probably going to get a little sink and put in here. Okay. And then, once we get all that done, I'm going to order. I've been really researching quill people. Okay. And people that impress me, people who seem to really have a good stock of birds. Okay. Judd Quill is #1 in my book. Alright, so I'll order 36 eggs from him when I finish this project here. In fact, I'll order them before I finish the project. And incubate them. I'll order the eggs, fertile eggs. This is what my plans are right now. Incubate them, and I'll let you know how good, what kind of birds I got. I want the jumbo browns. And stay tuned, and I'll let you know how it works out for me. Okay, but I really like that guy. He's him and his daddy are famous. I like his dad. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a shot at 36 quail eggs. And those are going to be kept in these set of cages here, like I said before. And that's where we at. So hopefully you're following the channel. I'm doing more tie down. I have another cable I ran. I got a video on tying down. How I run the cables, stainless steel cables, and how I'm tying down the shed. I got 3 cables run right now, and I got another cable on order. I'm gonna run a 4th cable, and I'll show you exactly how I'm gonna do that. Okay, so that's where we're at. Hoping my videos are helpful. Okay, how we do it here. Built myself a quail, chicken, brood, and incubating office.